Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your August tarot forecast. I feel like there's a little bit of a warning here. Don't rush, okay? I think there's a lot of new opportunities here, but where are they coming from? I'm not sure. We have 3 different aces, which is very exciting. This is very promising for new chapters, new expansion. But I feel like a lot of you still need to figure out where is that new expansion. There's a new opportunity. There's a new invitation for you to act in a new way. Maybe you want to express yourself more fully. Maybe you want to just shift gears or do whatever. Beautiful. But I don't think right now is the best time to be making huge decisions. I say that because we have Mercury retrograde, we have Saturn retrograde, we have Chiron retrograde. So there's a lot of emotions moving right now. Very soon, I believe it's this weekend, we have a new moon in Leo. And we're getting close to the 888 activation, which is, the like Lion's Gate that everyone sort of talks about all the time and whatever. Whatever. We'll talk about that later. But what's really important about this year is that in numerology, this year equals an 8, and this month is the 8th. So on day 8, we have 888, and that is a very, very big, important activation that is happening. I'm gonna have an abundance activation workshop that you can join me to. You can find tickets on my website and here, but this is really leading you into more self-expression and leading you towards new doors that will open. But I feel like a lot of that is unknown right now. I feel like if you're noticing that there's strong emotions coming up, I don't think that you should, make any big decisions right now. I think you should just pause and review and reflect on what you're feeling and why, what is being triggered and what sort of deep wounds need more attention. Because if there are some wounds that, you can fix up right now, it's a really good time for that. It's really supportive, and you're starting a new cycle because it's your birthday month. So you're moving through this new energy of renewal. And I see that here with the 10 of Swords also. This 10 of Swords is saying like, we really need to drop these old, maybe mental limitations. Pluto is the planet of like death and rebirth, and he's also retrograde. So this is having us really experience old shit again. It's all kind of coming back around, especially with this Mercury retrograde. It's like, and this Mercury retrograde will happen in your sign. So you are really going to see how your contribution influences the situations around you. You're going to see that your values are maybe changing, or that there are old issues or old wounds that are still presenting in your everyday experiences. And maybe some of those wounds are unconscious, but when they come up, maybe it's another person who's having a conversation with you, telling you that they're seeing something about this, and this that maybe should change. Or maybe you're seeing it in other people and you're feeling like you're just not aligned with their behavior, with their actions, with their intentions or whatever. So that's fine. This is kind of the overall energy for a lot of people right now, because we're in such a strong retrograde season that like you can't really avoid that sort of self-examination. And I would really strongly suggest, and like Leo, I love you. Like I really love you. And I don't want to like offend you, but I'm going to tell you, when shit is real. And I feel like sometimes there's a little bit of this like avoidant, like, oh, it's not me. And it's like, bitch, I mean, you're involved in the situation. So it's like, it's a little bit you, even if it's just 10% and it's 90% the other person, fine, whatever. But like, how much of what is happening in your life is really because you are still operating on an outdated mental system, or old impulsive habits, or old fears or limitations, or maybe you have like wounds connected to like, I don't feel appreciated, for example. And then that shows up in something and it's like, whoa. Like, keep in mind, we have a lot of strong planetary influences right now, and those planets, they can play tricks on you. So it's like, I don't think that you should, like, you've got to literally all of the cards here that are connected to action are reversed. They're saying pause. Like a Knight of Wands, the Page of Wands, got this Temperance card here, which is like something is not properly flowing right now. And if you continue to make big decisions from a very emotional place, I think later you might be like, shit, like, why did I do that? Or maybe you're just noticing that you're like, again, 9 of Coins here reversed, 3 of Wands here reversed. And that comes with this Knight of Swords. So this Knight of Swords is like the most sort of like immature knight. Like he's very quick and he doesn't always think things through. He just goes for it. He's impulsive. So if you are making impulsive decisions, then I think later you might be like, shit, I should have just paused that for 1 minute, because maybe you're feeling a big energy about change. Maybe you're feeling something that, yeah, really like, okay, I want to disconnect from this, or I want to stop engaging with this project or this relationship or whatever. But when your ego or your fear sort of takes control, you can impulsively say or do something that later you're like, shit, like maybe in the future, yes, you will still leave that relationship, you will still leave that project, but there's a proper way of communicating and planning and strategically exiting a situation. And I feel like this month, all of the planets are telling you to pause, to slow down. You have Mercury retrograde in your sign. I have a Mercury retrograde workshop. I'll post it right here. This is one of the most important retrogrades of the year because we're really focusing on our process, because it starts in Virgo and then it goes back into Leo. And when it gets into Leo, this is like us really examining ourselves, our life, who we are, how we act, and realigning with more flow, because that is what leads us to actual opportunity and abundance and expansion. And like, so especially for you, Leo, like, please, please, please go and watch the Mercury retrograde workshop. It's like, this is so fucking important for you. You have this 3 of Wands reversed. Like, you need to reflect. You need to reflect and realign with what is the next process. And if you don't just pause, like with this 4 of Swords and this Knight of Cups, and here it is, 3 of Swords, this is all the triggers. We have a heavy Chiron retrograde experience right now. A lot of old shit, old emotions are still coming up. If you don't play your cards right, you could put yourself into a situation that could be avoided or could have led to a better outcome. And it doesn't mean that you're not going to leave that job, or you're not going to leave that person, or you're not going to, move to a new country. But think about it this way. If you want to move to a new country, there are steps. You're not just going to impulsively say, I'm fucking done here, I'm leaving. You book a ticket and tomorrow you leave. It's like, okay. And maybe you can do that for a very few of you, but like most of us, you would need to say, okay, I need to give my landlord notice. I'm gonna leave. I need to figure out how to save a little bit more money for the travel. I need to properly book a flight and figure out what's the best travel plan. I need to see, where am I gonna land when I arrive? Do I have money for that? How can I budget myself accordingly? I need to wrap up some loose ends. Maybe you have pets, or you have children, or you have what other obligations that you need to tie them up before you jump. So yes, I believe the change is coming. I believe that you have an opportunity to shift. I believe that you are feeling all of that new opportunity come. Like Ace of Cups, Ace of Coins, Ace of Swords. It's here. You're not fucking crazy. The new energy is arriving. Yes, it's arriving. Okay? You've got a Fool reversed here. You've got the Moon reversed here. And you've got this Tower card. It's like, the Tower is representing the new ideas and the clarity that, yes, something will change soon, and now is the time for preparation. The Moon and the Fool reversed, I would say this is not the time for you to just completely disengage and say, fuck it all and just burn it down. It's like, no, this is about you properly planning your exit strategy and figuring out how to take care of yourself and your responsibilities and wrap things up and give yourself time. I would say probably closer to October, you're gonna really start to feel ready to make the change, or some of you are planning for October to finally make the move or whatever. I think that is better timing, just intuitively I'm saying that, but there's something right now that just feels like a little bit, like this Temperance card and this Page of Cups reversed, this Page of Wands reversed, the Temperance reversed. Like, if you are making impulsive decisions right now, I think later you're gonna regret it a little bit, because if you don't force this situation to change based off of your impulses, and instead you just allow this situation to naturally sort of phase out with your intentional support of planning an exit strategy and communicating with the universe, okay, I'm ready, I want to figure this out, how do I wrap this up and make this easy for myself? It's like, if you make, okay, there's two things. That's exactly the point of this whole reading, is like, change is happening, yes. You can either make this more difficult for yourself by forcing it and getting into some like ego impulsive thing, or you can make this transition more smooth and easy for yourself by just like naturally step by step going through it. So I would strongly suggest that you go and watch the Mercury Retrograde Workshop, because that's literally what we're talking about, is the step by step, the realignment, the readjustment, and then reminding ourselves of our power, our confidence, aligning with who we are, because that is connected to that Leo energy, and the retrograde will happen in Leo. So it's really important that you, especially you, Leo, sun, moon, rising, whatever, you work with this retrograde energy, okay? It's gonna help you make that transition. So if this is resonating, let me know in the comments. Go and watch the workshop. I'm gonna tag it here. If you're interested in the Abundance Activation live ceremony, you can find tickets below as well. I will see you all very soon. Share this on your Instagram story. These are free. I show up literally every month for you, so please support me back by just sharing it, sending it to a friend. I'll see you very soon, Leo. You've got this. You're good. Grr, bitch. Grr.